people can't see it yet. I really don't know what's going to help people see it. It is so blatantly obvious that the last 4 to 8 years has been nothing but an operation, and that Trump is now showing the people what this country and the world should have always been. See, when people realize that the Federal Reserve is a never-ending credit card for these corrupt elites and the things they do not only in America but around the world to blackmail, set people up, fund NGOs, fund all the organizations and the different groups like Antifa, BLM. See, when people realize that, it will make sense on a lot of things that are happening. But when people also realize that the Federal Reserve decided to tax everybody as slaves to pay off their interest that was owed, right? So America was very wealthy before 33 when we had tariffs on all these other countries. See, what happens is tariffs bring jobs and money back into this country. Tariffs means more money coming in to where us slaves don't have to pay this Federal Reserve System the taxation that should have never happened. So as Trump has said, he would like to replace an IRS with an ERS, Internal Revenue Service with an External Revenue Service. That means you completely cut the head of the snake off, the Federal Reserve. And the Federal Reserve cannot fund these NGOs, cannot fund these elites, cannot fund all the illegals and everything else. Guess what? It doesn't exist anymore. So if you go back to 2017, the capitulation tour, when Trump went around with all these countries, introduced himself, probably had some great words. Hey, here's what's going to come. Here's what's going on. We're going to work together under continuity of government. Well, what do you think's happening right now? He's back on that tour, confirming those deals, showing the American people. Not only that, showing the American people, look how beautiful these countries are. These third world countries that people say are nothing but war-driven and completely, terribly dismantled. I mean, if you listen to the news, these countries are in poverty and they're ugly. If I recall now, if you see all these videos from Dan Scavino, I mean, these are beautiful countries. But it's very obvious, guys, our money and our jobs and everything was sent overseas in the last, 50 to 100 years. Yeah. We are slaves to pay back a Federal Reserve System that does nothing but fund the criminal evil. And now that comes to an end. Now we bring money back with tariffs. Now people come back with jobs and production to the United States. Now we are not slaves to the Federal Reserve System. If you can't see this by now, I don't know how to help you. But this is the movie playing out. Like, we all knew about Comey. Comey's been all over the Q board. If you look at the Q board,
Q to Q, been telling for ages, military operation.
You know what I'm talking about. We all know what happened. They spied on Trump, Crossfire Hurricane. They tried to overthrow an election in 2020. They did. They released a bioweapon to kill humanity, and it hurt so many people. But you know what? Sometimes you got to show the people. And thank God Trump won in 16. But we'd be in FEMA camps. Probably in coffins or guillotines.
Yep.
That's facts. The enemy lost. But now we show the people. And by the way, you can't have justice with a corrupt judicial system. So
Clean out
time.
time.
Arrests, for everyone that wants to see all these people thrown in prison and stuff and go through the process, we are a country of law and order. We have an issue. Judges and courts and much more are all compromised. How can we arrest people when literally the judges and the courts are on the criminal side? So that's the other part of the movie you're seeing play out. Expose all the courts, expose all the corruption, expose all the judges. It's coming. Chin up. Man, golden age, baby. That celebration is supposed to start on May 26th. We'll see what that is. Cheers. Love y'all.
Well, been telling you for ages. The one thing I've been consistent with was telling you it was a military operation, Q and Trump, and people are seeing that more and more now. So where we go one, we go all.